I beat Brandon here. That's a first.
And you both beat Tion here. That's just unheard of.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tion,
Oh, finally. Gosh.
Tanon, you're really late.
Yeah, sorry.
Probably just woke up.
I had a 9 o'clock meeting today, Jeff. I'm not in the
What?
mood for this shit.
You went to it?
Yep.
I'm actually impressed.
And I went to an 8 o'clock meeting yesterday, and I regretted it.
Who are you and what did you do with Tienen?
I don't know. Your regular programming will resume next week.
I've only been getting up early to shovel the snow.
Looks like you still got a lot of it behind you.
And this is a couple years old, but it looks pretty similar to that right now.
Had a surprisingly mild winter in Seattle, and it's clear blue skies right now.
Making me jealous. So Sam, what do we do if we don't have a TOB?
I don't know. I have been emailing Chris and Jory repeatedly and have not gotten responses back. I heard from Google's trademark board rep this morning that they were on a call with Chris earlier today and that he said that he would get back to us about results soon, but that's the only news I have. I don't think that the, rest of the TDC work needs to stop because of this, but I do think that it's kind of challenging for TOB to make decisions when half of us have an expired term and there is not a quorum.
Yeah, when I raised that, and we can even jump into that a little bit, since that's on the list of things to chat about today. But when I put that in there, it was not so much, let's see, share the right screen here. Not so much that I was looking for like a vote or anything from the TOB, but more just like a direction of where folks would like to go if I start opening PRs on things.
I mean, I think you got that. I think most of us who would have an opinion on this are kind of aligned, but I can't give you an official TOB answer
Yeah,
when there isn't
yeah.
really a TOB right now.
I like Cypher's comment there to add the SPDX license lines as well. Yeah, I would say if I open a PR on the TOB repo, that would be something that would be, if we're making a decision, it would be good to get a quorum on that if we're making some kind of organization-wide decision. If we just make requests to a bunch of projects and all the projects just voluntarily follow that request, we could do this without any decision. But yeah, it would be nice to have a functional TOB, so I'm with you on that. And I've also pinged Jory and other folks, and it's been quiet for me as well, which makes me suspect that they might not have enough and they're looking for someone else to volunteer to be on the board. But that's just a guess.
I mean, I would expect them to have communicated that to the members if that was the case. And at least Google didn't get one. So
Yeah.
Docker did not either.
A message saying we don't have enough or
Any
something else.
communication about the election at all.
Oh, Not at all. So does that mean you didn't nominate yourself?
I mean, I got the communication on GitHub.
Okay.
And no, I did not nominate myself because I'm on the TOB through the TDC elections. The other
The
half.
That's the fun way to be on there.
Yeah, the nomination form got sent out, but that was the last.
Got it. So Google got the nomination form, but apparently Docker did not. The mystery deepens.
I assume Docker did get the nomination form, or did you not? I don't know who Docker's TV rep is.
It's me.
Oh.
Of course I know him. He's me. I'm trying to find it now to check my records. Yeah, no, there was no call for nominations on the TOB list. Or let me, what is the other?
Time to check those mail filters.
Man, Google Groups is terrible, isn't it?
Well, on the TOB list in Google Groups, we definitely didn't.
I got forwarded the TOB nomination
Ah,
email that looks like it went to the trademark board list, not the TOB list.
yes, December 11th.
Yeah, that one is there, and that's where the nomination form is.
That is
But
the most recent opencontainers.org email in my work inbox.
I hope Jory's doing all right. Since we haven't heard from her, I kind of get a
Yeah.
little worried sometimes. But yeah, we'll keep pinging away, see what we can find out from them. But I clearly have no answers for any of these questions if folks are looking to me for that. Let's see, we do have a couple of people that snuck in here. Let me make sure I get everybody checked in. Alrighty. So we have got on the list of things to chat about today. This one's still sitting out there waiting for a review. The 416 on the blob put. I think Jeff put a kibosh on that one, just like, no, I don't like it. I don't blame you, Jeff. But that means no one else wants to put a review on this one. So that's sitting out there. And then this one from Saeed, after a whole bunch of back and forth with me, thanks for putting up with me on that one, Saeed. You've got my thumbs up. We just need one more and then we can get this one merged. So looking at the names, we get like Mike or Derek or someone like that, neither of which are here today. Um, so yeah, that one's in the queue as well. And then otherwise, this one came in this past week. Figured I would open this up for the group to chat about a little bit. I kind of put my answer in there, which was that, I've got high level concerns with this in general. But effectively, what they're asking you to do is to take a lot of our pointers that say, go look at the Go doc for all the platforms, and instead say, let's inline all this in our spec.
I gave you a thumbs up because I agree wholeheartedly with your comment on that PR. I
Yeah.
don't feel good embedding this whole table.
I mean, even some of this stuff saying that these are the default values. I think I know where he's getting it from. If you go look at the Go docs, it points out this the default if we don't set the value on their side. That's not necessarily how it's been implemented in all of our code. Like V1 is definitely the default for x86-64, but it's not that we say default, we just leave it an empty string. And similar, but unsimilar for like the ARM32, we will say V7 in some places, or we will say V8 in some places for ARM64, not all of them. I might be wrong there on the V8.
Yeah, Containerd has some normalization code related to this, but it's never been officially qualified in the spec.
That's specifically what I was going to look at. And then the other place I'm looking, which almost certainly comes from the container D, is just looking at an example image that's out there today. And so if I scroll up on that, let's see. So yeah, ARM64 does say V8 is the variant in an image today. But I think that's the only one that gets that put in there. And ARM v7. So the ARM variants are in there. But all the other variants, as I look through an image, they're not included. So I don't know how that would apply to this table, if that means we need to go back to all those implementations and start including these values. I think that's more of a question for our implementations like Container D. And yeah, I've probably got the exact same code you do, Tianan, putting in the V8 and V7 for the ARM stuff. We keep all copying it from Container D. All right, so I'm not completely off track with what other folks are looking at here. I'll follow up with another response just on some of the concerns there, just make sure that we're reiterating. And thanks for your +1 on that one, Sajay. So yeah, if folks don't want to chat about that, we've got an unknown election status. That was my agenda. So yeah, pull this up. I was just looking through this earlier, and the normalized code is there, but when I go looking through some of the normalization, when I go looking for any of the code for any of the other variants, for any of the other architectures, we put stuff in there for x86, we put stuff in there for the explicit values for the ARM, but there's nothing for any of the other platforms. All those variants just go to empty strings.
I think Container D just hasn't seen a need to implement more variant support than this yet.
It's kind of curious that they needed to put the V8 and the V7 in there. Because that's where we get inconsistent. We say we do put the value in there, even though it's a default for these, but we don't put it for all the other ones.
Well, if you look closely, you can see that if the ARM64 variant is V8, it normalizes it to the empty string.
So I'll throw my example out there when I look at an image for Go.
This is an image I built.
Yeah, I'm blaming you on this one.
Yeah, so per my comment, I patched this code in Container D to flip that so that
Okay.
ARM64 is always explicit.
Okay. So I'm just blaming Tianan for all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and Tianan in turn is blaming Container D's platforms package for making the wrong choice on this normalization.
But then you don't do it for anything other than ARM.
I have a to-do in my code to consider doing it for things other than ARM64, but
Okay.
I've been scared to do so because of Hiram's law and the popularity of the program that I maintain.
Fair enough. All right. Those were all the agenda items I had on here for today. Did we cover licensing headers? Yeah, kind of. We'll go through and do those. So I can follow up with the image spec platforms. I've also got some to-dos on mine to go back through some of these old GitHub issues that I've left action items on myself to submit things. Specifically, I'm thinking of the .github repo where I need to go through and clone the IRC stuff. I can just do a wget recursive and submit a PR for that. Easy enough. And there was another one out there that I need to go through and work on. So I'll put a couple of those out there as well this week, hopefully. But otherwise, leave an open minute or so in case someone has another topic they would like to chat about, and then we can wrap this up. Going once, going twice. Nothing. Okay. Well, if nothing else, great seeing everybody. Hope everyone's staying warm out there. I've been getting a good workout shoveling snow, so almost done with the path all the way out to the street. We'll get there soon enough. Neighbors was out there with me this morning as well. I was like chopping massive blocks of ice with a pickaxe, scaring all the little children going to the bus stop. All right, folks. Have a great rest of your week. See you again next week.
Thanks.
Take care.
Cheers, all.